Hey guys, I'm Daniel.
And I'm Sheremy, and welcome to the basics of 911.
Now, we've all seen movies or TV shows where the police department or fire departments deal with different kinds of emergencies. And while these shows can be really cool and really exciting, sometimes they skip one simple but very important aspect: basic information. In other words, how do the police or fire departments find out about these emergencies?
In the majority of cases, people just like you called 911 to report emergencies. So today, we're going to talk about the correct way to use the 911 emergency number system. Now, I know what you're probably thinking.
What am I thinking?
It's 911. It's just 3 little numbers. How hard can it be? The truth is, it's not that simple.
For example, the National Emergency Number Association, also known as NENA, estimated there were 240 million 911 calls made in 2009. And a study done by the Baltimore Police Department shows that up to 60% of all 911 calls fall into the bad call category, which means that the calls are misdials, prank calls, or just simply non-emergency calls.
The problem is that the agencies that handle 911 calls have no way of knowing if the incoming calls are real emergencies when a call is made. So each one must be treated like a real emergency.
I mean, think about how many people, maybe even you, had their calls delayed or even worse, got a busy signal because the operators were spending all their time handling these bad calls.
So as you can see, there's a lot more to 911 than just 3 numbers. And one of the main things is figuring out the difference between what's a real emergency and what isn't. But unfortunately, there are some people who abuse the 911 system with silly or inappropriate calls.
For instance, calling 911 because your pizza is taking more than 30 minutes is not an emergency.
Oh, and calling 911 because you need directions somewhere is also not an emergency.
And finally, calling 911 because you want to know if the concert you're going to on the weekend got canceled is not an emergency.
Seriously. You may laugh, but these are all actual 911 calls that real people made, tying up the line and preventing other people with real emergencies from getting through.
So, now that we've covered a few examples of what isn't an emergency, let's talk about what is.
One of the most obvious examples is if someone is seriously injured or sick. Take a look at this.
Hey, how was school today?
Fine, I guess.
You guess.
Well, yeah, it was just school.
All right. Hey, have you fed the dog already?
No, not yet. I was going to in a little bit.
Don't you think Lucy would like to eat?
Yeah, okay. Let me get to a good safe one, okay? Okay, Dad. Dad, are you okay? Dad, are you all right?
911, what is your emergency?
It's my dad. He fell to the floor and he grabbed his chest. I think he's having a heart attack.
What is your address?
5124 South Maple Lane.
What's your phone number in case we get disconnected?
817-555-3267. Please hurry.
Okay, the ambulance is already on the way, but I need you to stay on the phone and answer some more questions for me. Can you do that?
Yes, yeah.
Good. Now you say your dad grabbed his chest and fell to the ground. Is that correct?
Yeah.
How old is your dad?
45? 46?
Okay, you are doing fine. Is your dad awake?
I don't think so. Please hurry.
They're on their way. Can you tell me if your dad is breathing?
I don't know.
I need you to go and check and come right back to the phone.
Okay. Yes, he is breathing.
You're doing great. Now, can you tell me if your dad has any kind of heart problems?
I think he takes medication for it.
Okay, the ambulance is almost there. Hang up and unlock the front door and then go get your dad's medication.
Oh, okay.